Hello everyone, my name is Reena Kumari, Assistant Professor English, Government Girls College, Bara. As we have discussed in our previous e-lecture that we will read the next question and answer regarding the poem My Last Duchess in our third video also. Okay, and this is the third e-lecture regarding the poem My Last Duchess, and our this e-lecture contains the two question and along with assignment also. Okay, dear students, all of you are requested, please do your assignment in your notebook and show it on your WhatsApp group also. Show it, you can show your assignment on my personal WhatsApp group also. So please be ready for your assignment also. Okay. Now, as we read before about the poem My Last Duchess, in first video we discussed the text, the explanation of the text of the poem. In the second video we have discussed about the chief characteristic of the duke, and in our third video, in this video we will discuss the two question, and the question number second is on your screen as comment on the meaning of the statue of Neptune in the poem My Last Duchess. Means you can also ask like this in your examination. So you should know about the meaning of statue of Neptune, which is used by Robert Browning in My Last Duchess. This is the last and chief characteristic of the Renaissance background. What is the last characteristic? As we seen in the poem, as we seen in the last lines of the poem, as the love for paintings and sculpture. What is the love for painting and sculpture? As we see in the concluding line of the monologue My Last Duchess. So in last line there is a description of the statue of Neptune. So we have to know, here is the need to know about the meaning of the statue of Neptune. So let's have a look on your screen, and the question is comment on the meaning of the statue of Neptune in the poem My Last Duchess. The answer is, the first point of our answer is meaning of the statue. The statue of Neptune has a hidden meaning. Means the statue of Neptune is showing as a taming the seahorse. Okay, understood? The Neptune, the statue of the Neptune is shown as taming the seahorse, and it has hidden meaning in itself. This reference of the statue brings out a parallel comparison between the duke and the sea god. Means here as we take accordingly hidden meaning, we can compare the duke with a sea god, and as we see the statue, there is a sea god taming a seahorse. Both are the same. Just as Neptune controls a seahorse in a masterly manner, similarly Duke represents in the poem to tempt, to control his wife. Means here is the hidden meaning. What is the hidden meaning? As in the statue of Neptune, as we see the statue of Neptune, as the sea god Neptune is taming the seahorse. Similarly, like the sea god, Duke is taming like seahorse to his wife, his first duchess. Okay, so here both are same. Just as Neptune control the seahorse in a masterly manner, similarly, Duke represents in the poem to tame his wife, the Duchess Lucrezia. When it seems that she does not prove her to be suitable to the dignity, to the status, and temperament of the Duke, he commands to put her to death. It means he expects full obedience from her wife. Means here we can compare the life of Duke and Duchess with the statue of the Neptune. Like the Neptune, sea god Neptune taming the seahorse, Duke is also represented in this monologue as a taming his wife. He want to have total monopoly, total possessive on his wife, on his duchess, and when he couldn't able to prove his monopoly on his he don't able to get total monopoly over his wife. It became tolerable, unbearable to the Duke, and he gave the command to put the Duchess to death. And this is very tragic. This is the tragic thing of the Renaissance. So, in this way, Browning has brought out in depth in inner traits of the Duke and the characteristics of the Victorian era also. Thus, we can call the poem a very realistic portrait of a Duke. Means, here, have a look the next point, conclusion. It means in this way, from the study of this dramatic monologue, the Duke clearly appears to be the short-tempered. Means we can see here Duke as a short-tempered, irrational, self-centered, possessive, proud, vain, envious and jealous, suspicious, imperial, dictatorial, autocratic, tyrannical, cunning, and very greedy. And all these words represent the character of the Duke. He represents the Duke of Victorian era, but he is shown as a lover of art, of painting and sculpture also. In this way, Browning has brought out in depth in inner trait of the Duke and the characteristics of the Victorian people also. Thus, we can call the poem a very realistic portrait of a Duke. Means, we can call this poem as a very realistic portrait of the Duke, and Duke represents the chief characteristics of the Renaissance, also represent the Victorian people also. And this is our first question of this e-lecture. Comment on the meaning of the statue of Neptune in the poem My Last Duchess, because the statue of the Neptune has a hidden meaning in itself. This statue of Neptune, the sea god Neptune taming a seahorse, compares to the Duke and taming of Dukes, his Duchess. And the next question is, write a critical appreciation of the poem My Last Duchess. Dear students, whenever you are asked to write as a give the explanation of the following lines, the text, the extract from the text, you should write the critical appreciation of the text also. So, have a look on the all over critically analysis of the poem, so that when you read this question, the answer of this question as a critical appreciation of the poem My Last Duchess, you will able to also write the critical explanation of the lines from the text whenever you asked in your examination as a critical appreciation as a explanation with the references. Okay, so start the answer of this question, and the first point of our answer is as psychoanalysis of the age. Means we can see the psychoanalysis of the age in this poem My Last Duchess. The poem is a fine example of Browning's masterly in making psychoanalysis of the duke. Means dramatic monologue is a kind of device, is a kind of literary device which is a tool of psychoanalysis of a particular age. Dramatic monologue is also a psychoanalysis of a particular person, of a particular age, background of the particular age and particular people of that age. Okay, so this poem is a fine example of Browning's majesty in making psychoanalysis of the Duke's soul as a representative of the Victorian era. In fact, it is a drama of the Duke's soul. Through the Duke, he brings out the inner qualities of the Renaissance personality. And second is the more intellectual than emotional. Means this poem, this monologue, My Last Duchess, is a more intellectual than a emotional. Though the poem is a lyric, yet it is more intellectual than the emotional. We find that in this monologue there is no rush of emotions. It is intellectual poem. We need to understand the hidden meaning of the Duke's words. So its appeal is not to our heart, but its appeal to our head, our mind also. Thus the monologue is more intellectual than the emotional. The third and chief characteristic of this poem is a condensed monologue. It is as a condensed monologue. Means this poem My Last Duchess is a condensed monologue. Here Browning has condensed so much of matter in just within 56 lines of this monologue. Browning depicts the pictures of history of the married life of the Duke and Duchess within the limits of his 56 lines. So we can say that it is a condensed monologue by Robert Browning. Means here in this 56 lines, 56 line of this dramatic monologue, Robert Browning has expresses many thoughts, many views. Within the 56 lines here, Browning represents the whole married life of Duke and Duchess. Okay, and the fourth is obscurity. The fourth characteristic of this monologue is obscurity. Obscurity means unclear. Okay, Browning is famous for his obscurity, though this monologue is not very obscure, yet a few lines are difficult. Means clearly we can't able to understand the clear meaning of this monologue, as we see the lines of the text as I gave commands, then all smiles stopped together. There is not a clear contention written up by the Robert Browning. We just guess. We can just guess whatever would happen there. Okay. By these lines, we just can guess that maybe the Duchess might be put on death. Okay. Here Browning soon replied that its meaning was that the Duchess was sentenced to death. Through above line, we can't understand the meaning of the lines as the Duke commands to meaning of the lines as Duke commands to put the Duchess to the death, and this is the obscurity of the monologue written by Browning. Next is the pictorial quality of this monologue. This poem is a fine example of the pictorial description. The opening line of the poem represent before us the lifelike picture of the Duchess, and the second is use of heroic couplet. This poem is written in run on heroic couplet. Couplet means Strange of two line having a fixed rhyme scheme and written in iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter means iambic pentameter. What is iambic pentameter? We have studied many times, dear student. Iambic pentameter means a line having 5 feet and 10 syllable. Okay. First is unaccented and second syllable is accented. And this is the assignment of our poem My Last Duchess. Dear student, it contains two kind of question. The first question contains the questions of 20 words. Means you should answer these 10 questions in 20 words. And second is the answer. You should write the answer of this question in 250 words. As write a note on the character of the Duke in My Last Duchess as depicted by the Browning. Okay, and the first question, write the answer of the following question in 20 words. Contains the 10 short answer type questions. Okay, dear student, I hope you enjoyed your dramatic monologue My Last Duchess. So please prepare your assignment in your notebook. As previously I have said that your assignment note in your notebook and show it on my personal WhatsApp also. And this is our today's e-lecture.